friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them hopefully for a profit. I am in the middle of a 6-day challenge. Well, this is day 2, Goodwill challenge. So I am going to the same thrift store, which just happens to be my local Goodwill, every day at the beginning of the day, and seeing what I can find. I'm only gonna stay between 20 and 30 minutes and hopefully learn some really good things, hopefully find some little hidden treasures. Now, I've already found that there are some issues with going at the same time every day. Yesterday I talked about that, and you'll definitely want to go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. Today, it opens at 9 o'clock and it is 1:30 p.m. That's a few hours, not when I wanted to be here. But there were some things in my family that just came up this morning that I was planning on being here at 9 a.m. when they opened, and then it just did not work out. So we're here at 1:30. We're gonna see what happens. I am doing this as a collab with my friend Gretchen from the Restless Thrifter. She is also going to the same thrift store every day for a week, so make sure you go check out her video and see what she found today also. All right, let's go in. I have a helper videoing for me today, so the footage might look a little different than yesterday and tomorrow, but that's okay. The way my Goodwill is set up, they don't bring out all the new racks at one time. They just do one at a time throughout the day. So I head to the new rack and look through it. If I recall correctly, I didn't find anything. Sometimes they'll have 2 racks out, sometimes just 1. Just to the right of the new racks are the suit coats. And I glanced up there just to see if they had any of the, I believe it's black tags are the new tags this week. And there was nothing new that I needed to look at. There is, oh, those are Gymshark, but Gymshark doesn't sell for a lot of money for me in my experience. So it wouldn't have been worth the, I believe leggings are priced at $5. Gymshark a year or 2 ago was really good and that would have been amazing, but now I'm just not finding that it is a very successful seller for me. Here I'm looking at the button. If jeans don't have a label and they don't have a label on the back, you can often find the brand on the button. Just a little tip if you don't know that. And oh, picking up one I dropped. I feel like I did this a lot this day. Just kept dropping things off the hangers. Yep, see? There you go. Number 2. I always try to be kind and put them back as much as I can. My little helper is 9, and she helps me a lot. You want to say hi?
Hi.
She's helping me edit today as well. A lot about thrifting is just sifting through things and hopefully finding one treasure in a rack of 100 or 200 things. Here I'm looking through the pants. I believe, were those men's pants? Oh, those are men's shorts. I actually found some other items. That was my daughter bringing me something that she found for herself. I think I found some items to look up. It's always interesting when you bring a helper, because your attention is divided. These are a pair of linen pants that I found. The brand is Tasso Elba Island. They're 100% linen. I have really good luck with 100% linen men's pants. And so I decided to look those up. I believe they were priced at $5. I looked at some shoes here. I believe I looked those up, but I did not buy them. Spoiler alert. Shoes like that are tricky for me to comp well because there's so many different little nuances to those kind of just athletic shoes, and some can be worth a lot of money and some can be super oversaturated and not worth anything. I do look over the treads. I'm trying to show you the price. I think that said $7.99. Yeah, see, the treads were pretty worn there, and so I didn't even look those up because it wouldn't have been worth it. I don't think they would have sold well. Here's where we're looking at the shorts, and I found some to look up. Trying to see what those are. Probably ones I just pulled off the rack accidentally. I think I was just looking at the black and blue tags at this point because blue was the tag of the week last week and I didn't make it past Monday last week, and then black was the new tag this coming week. But here is a green tag. All right, let's see if I show long enough. Oh, Goodfellow. They felt like linen. They were a linen blend, but they were not 100% linen. Right now, my rule is I have to have 100% linen in a brand that is, not one that's a normal brand for me. So one thing that can sell really well is uniforms. This pair of shorts right here is Amazon. It did not end up having a good sell-through rate. However, I recently, yesterday, as of me voice recording, found 2 pairs of FedEx pants at the bins, and they had an over 60% sell-through rate. So it's definitely worth looking up. This was like an athletic brand that I didn't recognize, and I looked it up. It didn't have a good sell-through rate. But I've had some athletic brands. Young LA is one that does have a really good sell-through rate. Since my 9-year-old was with me, we did make a stop at the stuffies, the stuffed animals. I didn't find anything. Honestly, I didn't look. It's a bit overwhelming. She found something to take home. She wanted to video me going through the hard goods section. I kind of just browsed through. I don't know what I'm looking for. I was thinking about this yesterday. I stopped into another thrift store and there were a bunch of little figurines, and I mean, probably 40 of them on this little shelf. And I thought, there's probably something valuable in there, but it would take me hours to go through and look up every single one of them. And for me, to find possibly one in the middle of that mix, I just don't know enough. And it feels like too overwhelming and too much time to start. I don't know. Maybe that makes sense. Here I'm looking at the women's jackets, blazers, sport coats. There were 2 layered on one. This was a linen blend, if I remember correctly. There was not an extra hanger. I would have hung that up. The linen I looked up, but it did not have a good sell-through rate, if I remember correctly. Oh no, this was the linen one, that pink. So I do like to look at jackets because, again, maybe not again, I don't know if I said this already in this video, but they tend to have a better return on investment because oftentimes they can sell for, $40 or $50. So that's better. There's my daughter's finger. That's better than buying something for $5 and selling it for $20 versus buying something for $8 and paying it and selling it for $40. That's my philosophy. If you disagree with me, that's totally fine. But that's just kind of how I think through things. I show you the label on that, but I don't know what it says. Okay, so I only got the one item. Again, this is the Tasso Elba Island. They're 100% linen, and they're just a pair of men's pants. These are in really good condition, and yeah, I don't even think they've been worn. Like, they even have, you know, where the tags are like sewn on when you buy something new, that's still there. So it makes me think somebody tried them on, took off the tags, couldn't return them, hung on to them for a while, and then decided to donate them. That's my theory. Who knows? But that's it. I spent just a little over $5 and change. And yeah, there were a lot of people in there. I mean, like an excessive amount. And they seemed to be doing work on the roof. And so there was just loud banging. So we only stayed in there for about 15 minutes. My little helper wanted to look a lot. And so I didn't feel like I had a lot of time to look today. But that's okay. It's really hot in my van. So I'm going to turn my van on. Make sure you like the video. If you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you check out Gretchen's video too. I'll see you soon.